Welcome back to Adelaide. Now, this weekend is the Australian Grand Prix once again, and who's looking forward to it? I certainly am. But there was a time where it wasn't Melbourne that the Australian Grand Prix was hosted on. It was Adelaide, a wonderful street circuit which is probably one of the most missed F1 circuits of the past. And in 1986 it really showed its true iconic nature. Now, going into the race, 3 drivers were in contention to take the driver's title that year, and of course this was the final race of the season. Nigel Mansell, Alain Prost and Nelson Piquet went into it all with a chance of winning. Now, what happened was probably some of the most iconic scenes in Formula 1 history. We saw Nigel Mansell's tyre explosion and Nelson Piquet spinning, which both pretty much ended their chances of winning the championship that year. In the end, Alain Prost was the victor and he won the race as well. But of course, all good things must come to an end, and in 1995, Adelaide hosted the last Australian Grand Prix before moving to Albert Park Street Circuit in Melbourne, where it is held today. But today we are going to revive that wonderful race in 1986 with a complete grid of cars and drivers, all as they were. And what car are we going to be driving today? Well, a wonderful piece of just insanity. The Lotus 982. Now, we've featured Lotus quite a few times in the last couple of weeks, but this is an exception. This iconic car in the JPS livery, driven by Ayrton Senna and Johnny Dumfries, was just the icon of the era. A tiny V6 engine, which you will see around Formula 1 nowadays, but it was turbo powered, putting out in qualifying trim up to 1,300 horsepower and beyond. Yeah, I just cannot believe it. With a H pattern gearbox, no power steering, absolutely insanity. Hats off to all those drivers out there, especially on a street circuit like Adelaide. You're constantly changing gear, and that's what you're going to be seeing today. Now, just because I'm no coward, there will be no traction control. Yep, no traction control on a circuit like this. It has some high-speed aspects to it if you don't know Adelaide, but most of it is very much stop-starty, going through all your winding roads since it's a street circuit. So I don't really know what to expect. This could be one of the most disastrous things I ever decide to do. So without further ado, let's go onto the grid and see what's ahead of us. Right. Battle plan. Now, the plan is basically I'm not going to go out to win this race because it's going to be extremely difficult to do so. It's one of those races which I've planned for a while and not really wanting to do because of how difficult this will be. And like I said in the intro, these cars are just extremely powerful, if not too powerful. We probably won't be hitting 1,300 horsepower today, but at some points we will be upping my turbo boost just to get a little bit of extra speed. And it's the turbo that's the real killer. And and on a street circuit like this, it's going to be nasty. So I'm going to have to be really conservative with how I use the throttle pedal. And really going to have to be super careful. And the aim not to spin out at any point. That will be one achievement. Won't win the race, but just to make it out and finish will be an achievement. And it's going to be so difficult. I love this car, I really do. And I mean, if you watched, I did manage to complete a rally stage in this thing, so I can drive it, I promise you. But doing a race, it's going to be completely, it's going to be a whole different ball game. There's a Benetton, we have a Ferrari, and we have a Minardi just over there. That's Andrea De Cesaris over there. And this is going to be an experience. Okie dokie. Nothing to be worried about. Obviously this is the V6 as well. And Or so we thought. Now, what happened? It really didn't go well. And I have to accept defeat. This car was just too difficult to control around here in a race situation. So I've conceded and I've now got traction control on. And what happened? Well, I'll show you. Here it is. Ooh. Oh look. Whoa. Oh my god. Main straight, this is one of them. Oh, you f***ing... Survived anyway. Oh, I didn't. Oh, crap. Oh, that's our last. Oh, I am. Yeah, it wasn't exactly material, so it's the next day and I've decided to do the race again, but with traction control on, just to get you guys a little bit of a race at the old Adelaide circuit in these cars and not just me crashing everywhere. I might still crash, but not at every single corner. Oh well, let's get on with it. Okie dokie, let's put that turbo boost right to the max. 6 lights here at Adelaide and we are go. Got my hesitate there, went a little bit too early, but good start nonetheless. Alright, we're through the chicane, which is a really horrible chicane, I must admit. Really is a bottleneck. Oops, just letting you know I'm here. Right, got 2 Ferraris in front as we make our way through the streets of Adelaide. This is where, of course, Damon Hill and Schumacher collided in 94. Now here you got to be careful not to be, well, basically don't touch the curbs, otherwise game over for you. Anyway, we're through all those little bits. Now we see the speed of this thing, or at least we'll try. We have got a Burton right behind us. This is the Brabham Straight, the fastest part of the circuit. Beyond 200 miles an hour, especially in cars like this. All the way down from 6th to 1st gear. My right arm will be getting a workout tonight. Get that thought out of your heads, you sickos. Anyway, the Ferrari goes wide in front, which hopefully helped me out a little bit, so I can catch up a little bit, which we do, and we spun out. But not too bad. See, curbs, don't touch. Nigel Mansell still leads, I think. He does. Which is annoying, I've got the leaderboard there. Ooh. Got to turn that off for doing this rerun. Kept it in 3rd gear by mistake. Oh well. Can you blame me? I'm having to change gears so many times. But I do love driving this car around here. It's such an experience, and I wish Adelaide would return. There are still racing, or there is still racing that takes place in Adelaide still to this day, which is good to see, but it's not quite F1, or so to say F1 heyday, because this is really where F1 was at its peak and it just never really came back. Like, I don't mind Melbourne. I think having the Australian Grand Prix is one of the first round kind of ruins the atmosphere a little bit, in my opinion. I would much prefer to see Melbourne be one of the final rounds. I think that'd be much better. Right, Nigel Mansell, let's try not to spin out this time. we're still keeping tabs with the Ferraris ahead. As we begin the third round, up to fourth, fifth, and then I'd like to take the chicane in third, and we make it through there. Still getting a bit, still getting a little bit squirrely, despite the lack of, well, I've got traction control on, but it's still quite hard to control. And that's saying something. This car is an absolute monster. Especially around a circuit like this, you really do get a workout. And now, I like to lean with this car as well. You get to be really pinpoint accurate with how you do things. I don't know why I moved down to third there, but I did. And leaning, it's fun. Yeah, 200, there we go. Wow. Alright, arm. So I've had a tough day at work today as well. And the last thing I wanted to do was do this race again. I am aching all over. Oh well, it's all part of the fun. Accidentally misshift there. Oh well. Nearly spun out again. But we're still keeping tabs with the Ferrari of Stefan Johansson. We're even closer than before, apart from the start, obviously. Can we do it? Can we do it? Did we do it? I think we did. I can hear him actually. I don't think we've done him just yet. Give him a little bit of space. And there we go. Nice. We overtook somebody. We didn't do that yesterday. Up to 11th now. So a little while to go until we reach the front end. But we've got a Ferrari and I'm seeing a McLaren MP4-2C up ahead. That's probably Keke Rosberg it is. That's cool. Oh, down straight once again. This is absolutely mental. But I love it. I remember when I first tried H-pattern around here in cars like this. I was driving the McLaren MP4 around here and I just could not get the rhythm of going from 6th to 1st. Let's try not do a... oh, come on. No. No, come on. No, you stupid thing. Oh. See, this is the problem when you don't have a clutch pedal. It really likes to have a hissy fit sometimes. And we're back where we started, effectively. Didn't mean to do that, but the Ferrari is done once again. No, not quite, actually. Is that a Ferrari? Yeah, it is. It's a Ferrari. Stefan Johansson and Martin Brundle is behind him. Still got some time to make up. Still got 2 more laps. So I'm going to try and keep the midweek uploads shorter, so then it leaves me with spare time just to focus on my other work and myself as well. Shift again. Oh, I was doing so well. We're even coming up to the Ligier of René Arnoux as well. And of course, when I'm doing these recordings, I lower the volume so that there isn't an echo through the mic, even though there probably still is, because I'm no expert on this whole YouTube recording thing. But that means I can't really hear the car too well. Nothing to see here, but this has gone so much better than my other 10 attempts. I think it was 10 in the end. Absolutely terrible. Oh well. we're here to have fun. I never take myself seriously at all, but we are catching up to the Ferrari once again of Michele Alboreto. I think it's Alboreto, isn't it? Yeah, I think so. I think so, Jack. Oh, no. Yeah, just go over it. I think I would have done more harm trying to avoid the curbs there. Leaning. 4th. 5th. And 6th. So Tara Farby just got in front of Keke Rosberg. And Reggie. Oh god. Didn't expect that to happen at all. And I'm hearing a car right behind me. Is that Martin Brundle? It is. That's what the Till looks like in 1986. Just boring. Nothing like... Oh no. Oh. Even with traction control on, it's still hard to drive. Oh well. The Till has got in front of us. Still a long way to go until... Still a long way to go until, oh come on, until Stefania Hansen 6 seconds behind us. It shouldn't be an issue. I say that, but I will probably die at some point. This is the last lap after all. This thing is so hard to race and be competitive in. Of course, there are some people out there that can be competitive in this car, in the virtual world, but I am not one of them. I did a rally stage in this and succeeded in completing the stage, but that's about it. Imagine sitting on the edge of that corner on the exit and just seeing these cars just pelt it towards you. Okay, let's spin out. Cool. And we go through the final few corners here in Adelaide, 1986. Not as exciting as the real one, but nonetheless, fairly fun to do, albeit a frustrating race which has taken me 2 days just to finish. Oh well. We're approaching the line, and we cross it in 13th. Yes! Best result yet in this car around this track. Oh god. Oh well, I had fun. I hope you did too. That was the Lotus 98T at Adelaide, recreating the famous 1986 Australian Grand Prix. And you know, hopefully this has warmed you up proper for the 2023 Australian Grand Prix, and I have to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. And look, Senna. Hey mate. See, I finished just behind you. I'm not kidding, I didn't finish 13th. Could you actually get off me? Thank you. Anyways, hopefully you can get all nice and warmed up. I'm very much looking forward to it. And I hope it's a good race. I'm really hoping it's a good race. The last few, I will admit, I've fallen asleep during them twice. Anyways, I'm going to stop rambling. So, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. And like I said at the start, I really appreciate your recent support. And also thank you for voting on that poll. So yeah, if you're new, subscribe. There's been quite a few of you come through recently. Morning. There's been quite a few of you come through recently, which I'm really happy to see. So, until the next video, which will be Sunday as usual, I hope you have a great rest of your week. And until next time, see you later. Goodbye.